But who koka?
Ojai.
As a quabranim person betiase.
Ojai.
You see? Your emotional attachments to political parties,
Ojai.
And you're abnormal.
Ojai.
It's crazy.
Ojai.
Debio, I didn't know what dog girl and now we're in chain, oh, mammy. No, what I mean, what is wrong with you? How? Yay, who are Danya West Yesiho?
Captain Smart.
What da got him?
Ojai.
Now, some called the got anymore. In so can John saw, Niama Tantan, a family home at Pehocha, if ye. Yay, it doesn't make sense.
He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the
What's the Bible say?
Ojai.
Ebeye mrese ponko befa panie anywhere.
Wani.
Chance sikani be kwa heavy.
Oh, I don't know.
And I yes the Bible nkai.
No.
Sa quotation no nyansa nim.
I don't take so.
Yeti nyansa nim wo da nipa setena mu ne se. Panie aniwa mensa we kura enkom.
Ojai.
Ponko os. Itiso. Iti enkom kura. Eti the child say Bible no de
Ojai.
nyansa sem kabi.
Ojai.
Ena de ato sikani.
Ojai.
Ohiani.
Ojai.
Paniani.
Ojai.
Eni akwantu ho.
Ojai.
Eti je wo de nyansa ne nimde.
Ojai.
Etena sete ase.
Ojai.
Anya sa.
Ojai.
We be making a huge mistake.
Ojai.
Hey, say as I approach me in the moon. Tina you refi quotation but our Bible in refi.
Eti se nyame ye wadom na obeye kendefo a.
Onua.
Ye woni ma bi wo ho esese wo hwe na wo ye ne ye.
Ojai.
Ba me bana me tie afia.
Wani.
But wo hwe se de oboase MC.
Oh, I don't know.
Ene na assembly no a manage issue na akoso wo ho na.
Onua.
Atese ye se oyoba. Madam, I salute you this morning.
Oniamachi o.
Me de me no nkasa. And everybody me wa wonim say me mfrɛ wo. Me yes say me wo no mampo.
Ojai.
But the point is that
Captain Smart.
and komo amate
Ojai.
ene niema mahuru no kyerɛ sɛ
Onua.
wa manage ne yie. Hwɛ wodi MC a ɛsɛ nipa wodi won so no ho hia wo kyɛn wo party o.
Ojai.
Etimi ya me hwɛ de waka de wo yo ne niema watworo na.
Onua.
Ɛsɛ signal ma me smart sɛ
Onua.
wo adwempa.
Oniamachi o. Ye tie Captain
Efo
Smart.
boase.
Ojai.
Ene ne important ho.
Ojai.
Me we ye papa meka, we ye boni a we ye hwan me nzuro.
Ojai.
President Granka meka na asem na MC. But the fact is that eniema we hwe gu akwan mu no.
Ojai.
Excellent. Eti ye beboa wo ma wadi so. Ye beboa wo ma wa implement it.
Ojai.
Ye beboa wo ma wa hyehyɛ ne yie.
Ojai.
Na bibi etimi akoso kama.
Ojai.
Wodwi na manfo ne ho a. You have been on board.
Onua.
Menya kakai. Me eri poto. This I want you na manfo ne ho a. You got me on board. Afei Mama we sister Sarah.
Onua.
Uncle Poshe yere. Sister Sarah, na your birthday. Sister, Mrs. Poshe, happy birthday. Wo money na ni ukunu ne wo namfofo nyina me ameka ho. You know, we show happy birthday. Ukunu se men kan tro se ne se de tie bia obebu sisi egum. No yo no na de ma me se men kan kire o. Ura se men kan tro so do pa. Obekoso ado yi. Ma me fa no nsi o. Enra ena ye share.
Ojai.
Eye Ghana. Any aman hodo so.
Ojai.
COVID-19 expenditure.
Wani.
COVID-19 yare na e bae no. Ghana
I
buy
don't
say
know.
obo ho ka. Na ekana Ghana aban abɔ no te say akwa bi osi wasi obi.
Wani.
Maybe nim say someone nim baby believe in it here. Na wa akona kwaji suit no bra me twen ama me lawyers. Twen sa uno ma wo hwe newspaper bi no hu bibi wani mu. Me fie so nsi newspaper mu. Ensi social media.
Ojai.
Bi someone nim baby believe no wo.
Ojai.
Atwakwa hwe na ka chen so family me twen de ama me lawyers.
Wani.
Case we hear me chen case bi aba ma bra bo mo Ghana.
Ojai.
I just say you're ready. Obi am fe free yeso. We ye hwan kra fe free yeso. You be hwie se be egu ha ma mo atafre. E ho na be hunu se nyansa wotirima na nyansa ne wotirima. I mean for t-shirt na ye be share good shirt na so no to nchen. Obafia.
Ngojo.
Se bibia you okay.
Pacho boko.
That's it.
Yes me that's it.
Ni nyame nko ate.
Pacho.
Enra me ma wo hu die se. Dear sir, no, Kata, the acting Auditor General of Ghana, Etro Koma, the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Bagni,
Wani.
Kingsford, Kandiho, Bandiedo, Kingsford, Alban, K.A., Sumana, Cass, Bagbin. So Casper. Only the command. Tienra, ye dear sir. Anopeno, ye quite the executive summary of the Auditor General. My body too. Said the mayor. You bet me at Trassi. And then your brother, wouldn't say you're innocent, remember.
Traffic light.
Ni bebane.
Coming babe.
Menyan to Sabako Cajon. Na che but ene enya me pa ubehu
Pacho je.
eti yenkɔ board do so but before no pacho fa enra de ese no to so mame
You did this ah. You did.
yen shase ha nti enra we executive summary nti yenkɔ straight enra no me ma wote ase se
This is a jum.
sa wo hwɛ aban we niam waya eye COVID-19 na baaye no enra sika hodo e bobo so na dagu board no so na me paper because I just want to remind you
Ojai.
of eniam ye tro no enra na da so wo hoyi ebi beba beka ho but I want you to understand say enra no me ma wote ase say aban na raise 11 billion
Ojai.
it is $11 billion we no ewo ho
Ojai.
na enra ewo DSA ni mu no
When-
but for DSA ne bra first part no trauma speaker of parliament no DSA ni mu no kwasoro kakra we executive summary do esoro pa no edabi ko o ma yeti ase se ade ni nyina no eye ahaya paragraph 4 of the DSA or say we noted that the amount of 21 billion
Ojai.
844 million
Ojai.
189,000
Ojai.
185.24 was sourced
Okay.
from the contingency fund. The World Bank Group,
Ojai.
the International Monetary Fund,
Ojai.
the African Development Bank,
Ojai.
the European Union,
Ojai.
Wamununa, yes, sources as can fee, and after the sale of the COVID-19 bonds 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Ojai.
Eti bonds na can for yata raise yani no or issue yano. All the bonds that he issued 2020, 2021,
Ojai.
2022.
Ojai.
Or person chere say
Ojai.
na bonds na o issue yawo 2020, 2021,
Ojai.
2022 ni no for COVID-19.
Bibini, ow!
We will break it down for you to understand. And now, this is the reason why na aban we pese through the Attorney General said the acting Auditor General on delete sa audit report we. Now, you should say, come one, look me in the eye. Look me well. Look me. Say, Fansa Antibi na ye group CEO. And a Niama a ye group COO. And a Antiama a ye group HR. And a fame Mr. Ma a ye group commercial manager. And I want say captain. Say yes, boss. Matches with Sika by ya kwasu nyina no. But modern krata ni. Krata ni nyame na me prepare you. Eye achu or control room. Antaru or a director.
Oh, I don't know.
Godwin or your chief executive producer. Pakwesi or social media. GH boy or the table no homo ojai ne one on no dey. So fund the camera nechi. Evans or Winifred so ewo. And a face sika hodo technical for that by na captain. Fasan kratani na boom. Na ya report na fama me group COO. Na say madam me ntro hwensan ho say de enkrofo atro. Na enkrofo asan. Ah wo nim ho hwe no. Tena say. Na kika bobom. Na fa bra me. So me koya sa kratani wi a. Na nti see eh ade na why na ehunu du nti ko delete.
Enu na ment ya say na me do ho.
How? Santi bisi wandi bia. Ade to asem nko delete.
Enu na ment ya.
Afa wo ti ase ba. Ade no ose onim ho hwe. Enti menye audit ma no. Sorry me maka that of fama there. Anti bisi onim ho hwe. Enti men kwaya na men famre no. Now on sanction crofobia. Now watch this. Auditor General and Fanny Penekoya Dewi. He was called by the President of the Republic.
Fellow Ghanaians.
I am repeating this today. The acting Auditor General. On a trokrata we no. And you know one a trust and a body tribasa me koye special audit. Special audit sometimes. Auditor General and a head of an institution. And so me I request it. It's Dr. Kwame Adokufo. Emra no yes snit. A ye board chair no. On one a friend opening double level. Say Daniel Bra.
Oh, I don't know.
Me a board chair. Sika 1. Sika 2. Sika 3. Sika 4. Yajiwe. Yatuawe. Yajiwe. And Abayensem. Me a board chair. But more than a year audit mami. Because me pet trouble. Daniel double level. Oh yeah, audit report ni wie no. And who said Dr. Kwame Adokufo, former defense minister and former president of the Ghana Medical Association. No.
Oh, I don't know.
On fan sanka snake to fosika bia. And ye clear no hohoro nsa. We oseme na me kro no. Now watch this. Sanka Adokufo catch Daniel Domlevo say. Delete ya. It is Adokufo edi bibi.
Enu na ment ya say na me do.
The president ordered him.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Meaning say, Auditor General beba betro say ya order no.
Ya mobo.
Wo be ma bra. Ya betro wade.
O ma me ne wan.
Me ma me ni agi. Eti president na muna.
King of morning shows.
Order for the special audit. Ewo COVID-19 mono is the same president through the Attorney General say Auditor General no. Onko delete, onko yade ni free ho, na de no ehunu do, ebegu aban na nimase. Sanete na sika no ho na di ye. Let's even assume say when dibi bampanifo akanfo mpanifo ebu baby.
Oniamachi o.
Aban mu mpanifo. Ohanchiche modu watchi 80% of people in this government are all accounts.
Onia.
Say peniti fie na nkwada we nanka. Na sapani mu no anka hwe a ye kan na nkarefo a oyɛ dɛn simple osa wa dia so so obi ho aha Onia Ghana Broadcasting University. And it's also the University of Common Sense.
Onyamachi o. Ye tie
And it's like Professor Samuel Yabasila ni patie mi. We dey tie dom do that tie mi. Na me hear report no.
Smart.
Ipsos for na ye. Yes, I can brands ni nyina. From the only can buy any the oba enra nyina. No ka wo nyina bo ho a. Edu anopa de a.
Onyamachi o.
Ajimachi. Nyam nam tro ye.
Onyamachi o. Ye tie Captain Smart. Oja.
Afei for executive summary ni bra ye wie die say. Ye call executive summary no. I mean paper me board no so teacher kwadwo.
No, the whole way, Captain Smart and nobody.
Teacher kwadwo.
Wani.
Me paper me board no so.
Oh, I don't know.
Na teacher kwadwo kura wai.
It was about polo na mo.
Ye ni baby a teacher kwadwo wo. Okay. Executive summary in the report on the audit of the government of Ghana COVID-19 expenditure for the period March 2022 to June 2022. Executive summary. Intro. We have carried out a special audit on the government of Ghana COVID-19 transactions for the period March 2022 to June 2022 in accordance with statutory mandate under the Article 187 of the 1992 Constitution and request number request Achu kaisa misi obi na call womo request number HM/IAU/GAS.CE/1/07/221 of 14th July
Onyamachi o.
2022 by the Minister of Finance.
Wani.
Can for Yatanana say Auditor General Uncle audit of the COVID-19 Sika Yetria the Ediayo so be a dibio so be a Yadeyo Uncle Yamra. Now come one, take me. This is what I want Kenofurata to understand. One kasa Kenofurata na uko parliament. Eko kachire won say. Say Ghana by GH Boko, Ghana by Bob Bessia. And Sansa we your finance minister. Ni data bank ya wudi enti. Who chobo? Who was sika wote? Every Ghana by Bessia wabonim as a finance minister. Mebuana.
Ya mobo wa Ghana. It is Sikaso. Omenyo here my.
We now say book runners so ka ho. Na book runners no. See a trick bi wa ha. Ken say now I resign from data bank. Watch this. There's a difference between ownership and position. Now watch this. I am the owner and the founder of BGS Group and the CEO or the president. Founder and president. Kweku Otin or your founder and president of Angel Group of Companies. And Kweku Otin can relinquish his authority as the president, but he can never ever resign as a founder. You cannot. It is practically impossible. So, therefore, Kenofurata can resign as a managing director. He can resign as a CEO. He can resign, but he can never take away that position that he is the founder. Period. The owner of Data Bank. Period. Eti onwa ne koka yese. Ghana banje besia.
Ya mobo.
Usiafo. Mama yenka no kra o mahwe emeburu na monam. Na mo si yesu mi wo Facebook. Eno me tena Facebook sa me twa se judge ne beba me tena se me ya shake case na se judge na ba.
Enu na mente ase.
Ena me ko TikTok ne ayi Instagram.
Wani.
Ena me ko Twitter source so sa bete wo me twa judge no. Se court rice beba. Obi ama enu amenam fia na mebusa hwan na nim believe anope kwamba mebusa so fandi so nim believe na yesi me suit no one ho no baby ote a ye che me amenante aba abeje Ma menka asem we nkyerɛ me kwadwo smart me slow.
Captain Smart,
Me slow one
the
bit.
king of morning shows.
Aniama. Yɛnkɔ asam no so ɛne hia. Eti ɔno ankasa ɔyɛ finance minister we raising bonds. Wa approve sika ahodoɔ a yɛde abɛto n'anim no. Ɔno na ɛka kyerɛ Auditor General. Sɛ kɔ na kɔyɛ special audit. Patro sanfa brɛ biom. Ɛnie ɔse blah 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 request number so and so.
Oh, I don't know.
14 July 2022 by the Minister of Finance. Iti keno for atana na katre. Papa ne se kɔ na kɔyɛ audit report no. Ifa no so tu tirim. Eti wan nibi. Wan fabi. Wan say hwe. Ɛyɛ den na wosan Attorney General ebe catch Auditor General say ko delete.
Hey. Na wa banie.
Krom ha bɛyɛ dɛ me donyame the sɔfo kofi atakura we afe Church of Pentecost of Ankwade sese ma me ndo nyame ba sɔfo last one me donyame krom ha bɛyɛ dɛ
Ɛne yɛ nɛ.
ka yɛbɛtɔn yɛ dan atwema nso abobobo adam.
Hey.
We submit our findings and recommendations emanating from the audit. The findings and recommendations have been discussed with key officials from ministries, departments, and agencies, and other related institutions involved in their comments, where appropriate, have been taken in consideration in the preparation of this report. Let me explain this to you. The paragraph 2 of the executive summary, they say, auditor, ebe auditor, I didn't see you. You need surprise audit report be out.
Oh, I don't know.
So far, the Nigeria camera, yet it's medical show, dear say. Maybe auditor. And now, woman in specific time, auditor sema. They are true, say, be auditor. Eti, me kwa as the auditor. That's so far, the onwa kwasa on one book, so. Say, the there were internal auditors, I say, so, managing the process. But fancy internal auditor, no, ebi ni ho, and that's why you're not ye. Because Winifred say internally auditors of one no honest of one etwempena e district assembly ho ministries ho department ho na agency ho enti wo mienu na eche sika ne die because obi ahoba fine enti die ate ne say Winifred internally auditors of one
Onua.
say me external auditor na me ba. What it means is very simple. So for the nine books no okwase sabre me. Me hwɛ me ya na me yɛ me reporter emra ne say me mfa mano back tie me yi o
Captain Smart,
me mfa report no ma sɔfo Andy back na on kind from paragraph 1 to the very last paragraph about him.
Onua.
Eti, come on, look me. Eti me the document no ma sɔfo Andy a so far the best way. No so atro say 1. I disagree. 2. Ebi are not true. Na onwa respond to niema matro ni nyina as the external auditor. Oria no de abreme. Na masan bo akire biom. Na masan de akwa command the second time. First one is a draft report. Second time, the response of a nipana, ya body deal or report him. No, so asa bwetche. Then the third time, tell me ye, the atoso me and sasso. Or Troberia and me external auditor. Met me the akokra tell him. Krata na Attorney General say, Auditor General, endilitino. Eya lo, wamopua. A child said, near man, what document in the mono, a yampa. Because 1, aqua first one. 2, aqua second one. 3, aqua third one. It's now buying the moon penny 4. Ministries, departments, and agencies. No, I'm also a woman him. I don't know the General Atrono.
Onia machio.
All right, for document in the bra. It's in paragraph 2. Background, number 3, Yanko. Kosro, very good. That's it. World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a pandemic on 11th March 2020. Ghana recorded its first 2 cases on 12 March 2020. Yesterday, yeah, you are right.
Ghanaians, good evening.
That it is right.
I came into your homes on 17th January.
But that's it. As a result, the president of Ghana formed a task force to develop a strategy to ensure that the country was not overwhelmed by the pandemic. The strategy assessed the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy of Ghana and designed measures to address its immediate impact. 4. The impact of the pandemic was even more severe than anticipated globally and domestically, which exposed the weakness in critical structures and systems in education, health, economic life, and communities. This triggered a sharp and heavy disruption in global supply chain as lockdowns and restrictions led to the reduction in demand and production levels. The person was saying, "Say, yare ne ba no, say the nan crofad yon say be no." In fact, ekoriam chensa, emma sa yare ne ba no, ebetete ye wumesua, ya pomudin sem, ye sikasem ne ye dada brabo mu ntotoye, ene aman hodo ne potem asesem nyina no ebese no. Ose emma ewiase nyina mu no, ade a etimi bua yen, ema we koto we afiri ha, we kofa we afiri ha, we di we kosha ha no nyina no, esesa ye nsakyeye ba mu ana ameboa yen, ema kwanya ye faso a ye didwa na ye niema hodo eton no nyina no so eseye ye. Point number 5. Kosro mo otra 5 or 5 mo. In mitigating the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on businesses and households and ensuring economic recovery as well as minimizing job losses in Ghana, the government rolled out coronavirus alleviation program. The program required extra budgetary allocation to the MMDAs and MDAs that in turn used such funds to cushion the effect of the anticipated and real impact on the citizenry, especially the poor and the vulnerable and the economy. It sounds as I am going to kind the tosso nine. It's so how we na buy no. I buy no kofasika tutu die. And on the best ministries, departments, and agencies. NFA, Metropolitan Municipal District Assemblies na asene. Said the beya Winifred you ojina hey. Minim district owo. Yebema niska. It's Winifred into can't cham that say when to me and quite district assembly and kojiska. Winifred kojiska. Nana kwame kojiska. Atu kojibi.
Onuya.
Ya titi also one go ahead. Wo ya titi GB.
Oh, I don't know.
Na nyame nam try.
President
Number 6, the government of Ghana through the Ministry of Health rolled out extensive interventions such as provision of personal protective equipment PPE. So ko ohoro wonsa. Sister bi na friend Veronica no obaji din wo kroyim Veronica bucket. Equipping of coronavirus diagnostics laboratories. Hey. By way of cromfo.
President
And incentivization of frontline workers among others. More and more doctors and nurses, health workers and mudia yasi mo entria tax. But yeah, kwa anymore. Make now say from that day, Abai shall set one tax. Abai way hey, nyame betua nkrofo weka. Number 7. Yasi mo amuwo ye mankrofo soft loans. Yes, so mankrofo micro, small and medium enterprises. We nani ye mamuska. Eti wote aboso kanya, wujiska, ti kwanutum. Kaneshi market, choko, Techima Indrom, Kumasi Central Market. Abai so bramusika boom. Mobi and Chani Fien Kase. The Ministry of Finance mobilized and provided funds to mitigate the impact of COVID-19 pandemic in Ghana. COVID-19 being a health issue, the health interventions were managed by the Ministry of Health and its agencies, and the social intervention aspects was handled mainly by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, with support from the National Security, National Disaster Management Organization, Ministry of Transport, and other government institutions. Obviously, Sasikana abandoned my yenino. Titru, Asaya kuna timi share so yeno, mumpensu mami. Ministry of Health, and Krobata, how do I war no say? Gender, Children and Social Protection, Sasuyeno, National Security, Kandapadano, National Disaster, Nadmo, Kahon, Ministry of Transport, any government institutions. terms of reference, special audit. I feel it here. The audit was guided by Section 13 of the Audit Service, blah, 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 blah. Very objective. Auditor General, no, Finance Minister Sonkoye. The financial records fairly present the COVID-19 funds receipt and payment. Finance Minister catch up no almost on Konkoye say. Sikebia ya spend no. Receipt edaso. Ni asanso tua honka. Nyame na mtro krata yo.
Bibini.
The accounting records were kept with regard to accuracy, quality, and completeness. Afei, sikana yatua, sika yedie, ye ya spending in ano. Ye wunu say, ye de periyo, enukredie, and then the puma sibre, and the abre.
Captain
Ye
Smart.
tosu miensa. Authorized COVID-19 expenditure was substantiated by sufficient and acceptable documentation. Can I afford to chop some koya dewe?
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best.
Pako aben kwashu bebe ye. Can say. One kwashen kratenim. Na sike biya Ghana ban etua no. Yen hye so se. Ansa na Auditor General de krata we beba bonten no. Na kyerɛ sɛ sika bi a yɛtua wansi di ma ya atiti no krata da ho substantiated by sufficient sufficient and acceptable documentation. It is a ya atiti kono aduane a o make sure so kwoto sardine ni ten receipt tar ho we wo ho pepe and so the aba nyame na me ye krata we. I am not a printing house. Kosoro our four Ivy.
Smart.
Sufficient and applicable internal control procedures were in place and maintained. And 5, the COVID-19 fund receipts and payments complied with acts, regulations, policies, and other directives. Say, what can you make sure? Say, ni pati trubia sikebia fan in seven. Say, yeah, a bicycle someone to ya, and she say, yeah, wo na. Sani pade so. So when this one ya, yamagana mra.
He is smart.
He is unique. Audit methodology no yankai. Etiko. We met with principal spending officers. I had a person kind. Or say, one was principal spending officers and just say, one was to kind of boom boom you treasure one sem and other teams in an entrance conference. Auditor General Bawa swear or yeah entrance conference into a framework mo in a entrance. Krata we able to say, oh, we ain't also confirm document account ho bra. Eti Auditor General ne entrance conference krasa account number 4. We then obi be catch am say document ne correct.
Onua.
Captain, where we sika.
Onua machi o.
Smart where dia
Onua machi o.
So be ko jail. To explain audit scope and methodology and held discussions with scheduled officers of the functional areas to understand blah 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 blah. General comments in reaction. Our review of the COVID-19 expenditure considers Section 4041 of the Public Procurement Amendment Act 2, 2016, Act 914, which prescribes single source procurement under urgent situations with approval of the board institutions such as blah 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 blah. We also took consideration. We also took consideration the various statements and directives His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, popularly referred to as fellow Ghanaians.
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 I have come to your home.
Fellow Ghanaians.
I have come to your home.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I came into your homes on 17th January to give an account of our COVID-19 situation.
May I say, fellow Ghanaians.
Fellow Ghanaians.
I have a good evening.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Good evening.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Good evening. which required Ministry of Finance and other institutions to take certain actions intended to mitigate the negative effect of COVID-19. The President of Krakas and Hunyamina, a cow Hunino, as audit to him.
Good evening.
It's the audit service, Auditor General's report na down. And go for to two number standing about home. Me see you reading from page 1. Go see the last page. What say be agro group ha? Pastor. Overview receipt and utilization of COVID-19 funds. The records of COVID-19 funds at the Ministry of Finance, Controller and Accountant General at the Ministry of Health indicated that the Ministry of Finance mobilized a total amount of 19 billion. First one now was the Auditor General said mobilize 21 billion. Say how to say mobilizing 19 billion. What it means is that 21 plus 19. It's more kind report, Please. See, I say ye, you were 21 back home. They go to the main fanka home. And you were 19 back home.
But worry. Onuya.
Mama say no.
Onuya machio.
1 plus 9, you say.
Onuya.
10. It's your course school. No matter the one in fano 0. Now, ka 1 year and way. Ka 1 way. 2 plus 1, say. Plus 1, say. It's a by way. Sika generate yenye 40 billion. And we are internal Ghana cities. That's all. Abrofri sika den ka ho. Ghana ha. Now, afei found phone. Sika na big wetire. Wo buy be kwa koduru by 43. Ba me buy enko. Because more reference say big wetire. Te be 42 something. I am not interested in wetire. Me dey ache Winifred.
Onuya machio.
Me dey ache no. Eti 40 billion. What the enyehe mama yan 41 because I say chire ya dey ho. I say small money count. America first say don't give small money a chance. 41 divided by 4. Pacho monya mami. Monya ntem.
Onuya.
Ya trend. What say? Eti Ghana buying sika or generate ye or mobilize ye internally. Nyame na me ye document no pacho. Menya printing press.
Good evening.
Say, abiding ya 10 billion. 10.25 billion US dollars.
Ya mobo wa Ghana. It is Sikaso. Omenyo Hiama.
I mean, so the time me arriving with this dollar. 41 billion no a Ghana cedis.
Onuya.
That time, no, that dollar near 4 cedis.
Onuya machio.
Near 4 cedis.
Onuya.
So when you divide 41 by 4 into 41, it will give you what if I said 10 billion put you 2 if you 10.21 whatever it is no. Abino ono ankasa to me a fear jejebra COVID tax then levy one levy then fundraising yeah go to sikatum na nkofo so cement na then ni na ro de shema $10 billion.
Ya mobo wa Ghana. It is
if I year 2-3 months and now I want to say it one look me in the eye. Ghana buying spending sika chain Canada buying. Canada is almost 17 times bigger than 17 times anything. I'm so going to say I'm making Canada such America and Florida such in Ghana by 9 times. Florida go such in Ghana baby and Canada na mu no such America na Florida wo mu no.
Onuya.
Enti say any pass we wu work enti the be say the Ontario for expenditure but to the Republic of Ghana.
Onuya.
No one will say, on might say Canada kakraka. So spending $33 billion. That's also to Ghana. Now, where the 10 you offend the where the 10 billion a trust one way COVID-19 for so look I see a chiwon buon kuon when we are member for these guys are thieves, they are beasts, they are murderers, they are terrorists. What are you talking about? Every single worker or Canada. Masons, carpenters, plumbers, name them. What else? Obia, oh yeah, Juma yes and Juma. Abainu to the bottom. Eman do. Obia, oh yeah, Juma. I'll call lockdown. Abain eman sika. Ghana ha ye call lockdown. They say ya maye ina aduane. What are you talking about?
Captain Smart.
Pacho 21 and 19 confusion
Onuya.
First one, dear sir. Second one, executive summary. You guys should understand it. Many auditors are nantiti ya chame trika. Ya de kan ade we.
Captain Smart.
Afei for document ne bra. Document we ye be kan defe. Enya nyame ananka obro nsam ayem defe. Enya nyame ananka obro nsam. Abinum so akrawai tweme.
Na odododio ha no. Mo to amame a na mo to amani lante ba.
Etitie ni yo.
Ye dwene mu wo.
Mo amutie no dumachi ye. Sika na wo ho ni na no ewo de bi a kire 19 billion no. Last no. Ose meja 112 million Ghana cedis atoagu. And the way no man fan ka ho. Eti wotifie na won ti ase a.
Onuya.
Woko Facebook a.
Onuya.
We hu onua Captain Smart.
Onuya.
Woko Twitter. We hu onua Captain Smart.
Onuya.
Me no maso ye 02 anukura de yetwam tu frem kwa emma. Me ni dia ade.
Onua machi o.
But we are sending message to mitigate the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. And the impact. The records show that an amount of 1,978 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1,978,551,137.46 was mobilized in 2021, and 775,319,842.66 up to June 2022 to finance the coronavirus alleviation program. Billion. And makum 753. And I buy say yeah Ghana for no. Ya huchi and COVID-19 about chama ye. Pa talking of rata mi menya bi. Me de no wo fabra.
Ya mobo Ghana.
So far the winner bi. No. Winifred. Wenya. Ya titi. Wenya. Hey, solo na water krade. Wo de wa he. Wenya. Hey, da kwa me wunya. Godwin fa de nbra. O se da bi. Mr. Chude mi busa na obema me sound to be musa kra. Okay. Emergency preparedness and response plan. In all, a total of 21 billion was mobilized to mitigate the impact. That is what is here. We noted from our examination of the records that an amount of 21 were sourced from the contingency fund. This money is from the pockets of Ghana. It was sourced contingency fund, no. Enya IMF sika. Enya World Bank sika. You to contingency fund. It's Ghana buying 21 billion and there was no. So when you are following me carefully. And that's 21.
Smart.
Sikana ebegu echende bitwagu ye over 800 million plus.
Onuya.
41 billion no. So what I say? And tell me 41 tenye he. The World Bank blah 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 preparedness and response plan table below yanko table below
Onyamachi o.
Eti table we ya da ha yi. Eye sika hodo a aban ne say o mobilize here. But don't forget that World Bank be catch there Ghana for some more aban no oye kromfo. Do you remember?
Ghana. Etisika so o menya ohia mai.
Eti when you acquire government of Ghana contingency fund, World Bank there, guarantees $65 million, and here, Kosoro, table way na yenim, and 21 billion, half from it all. Yeah. Me here table way, aha. The Etienne say, one look me, say,
Onuya.
The Etienne say, Aban ye na owono. World Bank be catch there and say, ya ban no or your trufo.
Ojaye.
Anamwa.
Ojaye.
Aban ne be boss kabi sa video no.
Onuya.
Nyame ya adoma, ye to asuko yi, ye be boy no ma me mo ne ne. E wo ho ba me mo.
Onyamachi o.
World Bank be catch and say, hey, Akufado, where didn't draw? When you can for after finance minister, mo ya trofo. Sika ya de ma mo no ebro.
My faith in God tells me.
Enye no, and a map no.
This too.
But what's up with that video is sitting down and who me say, tree.
This too shall pass. My faith in God tells me.
Until Sikana, Auditor General, the year report, no, it was short of $244 million. $244 million. Auditor General, fanka home. Because they are binding my Auditor General, no, and Auditor General, hi, na World Bank, WB, and the Mirikaba say, hey, Munjai Chrono, no, na come ho. Eti, sa World Bank country director waha akwana dream boni wontim sa wo ye ni papa na World Bank do wabet na ha obi awia 244 million sa ni pa ne nyama amofo wo so obi assign contract ma Maria ba me nya light ono mo me amofo ya me ntua wo ka ni wutiri hwetro ka ya me ntua wo ka obi kan brofo nkyere no ani wutiri hwetro ka 244 million. I say, World Bank and finance ministry, and they report statement by say it is true. We have now remembered and none near Makudi. Capadis, $244 million. One more chaddy, but one side because they account. Auditor General, I report they will see. A hen had a question. A hen and the $244 million question. The person who sent an ad on Nick and Foyata. A hen and a question. Yet a question. A document to the Brabium. Document way, a word by word.
Ojaye.
Yeah.
Ojaye.
Yen diagro kroma.
Ojaye.
So, at the end, I had almost say $430 million. And I say, hey, who have? Oh, boy.
Oh, I don't know.
Where didn't draw?
Ojaye.
Eti. Then your calculation, no. 430 plus 2, 4, 4. I say 4, 7, 6. And I'm what? $674 million. And the World Bank, I buy any short changing Ghana for control. 430. Men I'm kind. Acquire the 3 hit to Kayana Bakai. That World Bank country that and the 3 hit to Kano. On one
President, you have a need to Twabamano.
And nobody will let you. And I buy an enemy here, yo. Utilization of World Bank Group funds for COVID-19 health intervention, 430 million. Me you say 674, me you say 430. And no kurano, we yembe chakru. Afe we ani ebusa say $244 million no. E wan ho. And me nyam ko ho. But me person wudi mechi, I want you to take note of certain figures. First one, to produce a troto ho.
Onuya.
Ada me request na dia mami. World Bank sika $244 million. And yes, sika amba Auditor General report ni makato say report we no. Sika no ya chemu 10, ya di 2 report na ba 8 gwechire yenye ni. Ti ebe ka kire wo. Te no so kan pa. Onkosi wu. Ba patron 7 wo social media.
Ya ye mobo wo Ghana.
Point 21, Evans Kwanchen. We observe that out of the $430 million made available to the government of Ghana, a total of 328 million plus was disbursed to the Ministry of Health for various approved health interventions. $430 million na buy no. Yemfa de wo book du no. E buy no. Emu 328 million kwano yesi ya the Ministry of Health. Said number 1.
Bibini, ow!
One fan quiet day.
Ojaye.
Medical equipment.
Ojaye.
Cleaning material.
Ojaye.
Sa. Yeko cleaning. Inro medicine. Consultancy. Ahana samno wono.
Ojaye.
Baba me consultancy. Storage facility for the vaccines and deployment. Life insurance. Construction, leasing, voter region, and renting of treatment and isolation centers. Eti sasika we know the back Ghana ye sika mu a 1 billion 978 if I said 2 billion and ye the Ministry of Health utilization of IMF rapid chediyo. It's way nature no. IMF by a rapid credit facility. And only the actually say, oh, I didn't buy no. I say, wa kwasra, ma kwa me mami agi wa kwasra no. Na ma friend mami Grace, beje. Inshira. Beje. Love ya, bra. Beje, kobi, uwu ya be mantime ma wo. Inshira. Bra. Sa sika no de, asa kofu zarum. Eti sasika no aye de nyansa na eche yenketenkete because enka budget ho. IMF say omo ade ni din no oh Ghana mo ano ade we yenim say yare we beba nti de putupuru sika $1 million. Monje $1 million. Na mo fa $1 million no nkonko ya ade a esese mo de ye. Yeti a me kind bebre ama me chene say me nuanu ma wo radio no I love radio. I said that's what TV for the muhunu na ma kind. Eti what the was at that time no 1 million no.
Ojaye.
Eba.
Ojaye.
Na fei ebeba be 5.5 million. What it means is that
Ojaye.
from 2020
Ojaye.
ye bedu 2021 November no. Na dollar na kosro by 5 cedis 50 pesos. But what I say? Yes, sir, na ye 4 cedis. So I want you to follow me carefully. Using Auditor General's own document. It's $1 million, no? Ebe $5.56. It's $1. Ebe 5 cedis 56 pesos. $1 be 5 cedis 56 pesos.
2020, 4 years for Nana.
Hey, 2020. But when I make kutra kranto money bi.
Onuya.
But document
Onuya machi o.
Yanko. Enti de ede we noted that the amount received was utilized on liability management. This is the Assembly Common Fund and quarter allocations. NAPCO, second quarter allocation. NAPCO na aban ne katre yen se when yi sika twa wo yina carry no aban ne nne o katre Ghana for say I am for $1 million na buy no du ko twa NAPCO foka but NAPCO ye twa mka document we nyame na me ye o aya yes yo captain body team no ka say we say document we na ka fie o ke ka de o katre me document we yes, ye tria NAPCO for ka. Pacho, NAPCO, ye tria one ka na. And so you see the IMF $1 million, no? Adi ye say, ye the big common fund. Ye the common fund. Wa bra Ghana buying the catcher ye say, we tria common fund in dada. Afe the IMF $1 million, no? And ye the tria common fund. Hey, Akufo-Addo ne Kenoforiata. NAPCO, second quarter allocation. Ewai. LEAP program, first quarter. LEAP, first quarter. One tia. Afei bomba ewaha madwunu ho a minti ase. Eye free senior high school program allocation.
Enu na mint.
Yati ti wusuti. Wunya ntehwe. Say free senior high school na aban ne sika no wo ho. Say oya manio. Say den yakoyi awie ye de atua no. Afei di aban we say COVID-19 ni baaye no. E na okoyi IMF sika ni bi. Edi ko sokete free senior high school. Eti Ghana for monti asese. Sa aban we ka chen say free senior high school e boka oboa COVID-19 sika. Ye de aye free SHS. Document we nyame na me ye. Afei free water, electricity, capitalization of the National Development Bank of Ghana. Hey! Me pacho bank ben na wo Ghana ha ye frɛ no National Development Bank of Ghana. Me pese me ko save you ho. Aban we si we bie bank. Tie me ye. Ghana aban led by Nana Addo and Kenoforiata as finance minister say.
Fellow Ghanaians.
One ebie bank wo Ghana ha. Your friend National Development Bank of Ghana. But what's our bank they see? Solo, confer drone. Na mumpe helicopter. Na mpacho munchre mi bebia. National Development Bank of Ghana no wo. Na metimi akosevi ewo ho. Abai ne say $1 million or the alcohol. A bank ni see. How funny? Bank ni see. Evans. Yes, so per bank pa ko see. Oh, Charlie. Aya oh. Mo ma ye nya sa o.
Onua.
Ewa
Onua machi o.
National Development Bank of Ghana na hi na sie. Ana wa Bank of Ghana.
Bibini au. Au.
Ewa hi. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sa Liberia Road will be there na ya paint na ya trust ade no wani mu no.
Captain Smart, the king of morning shows.
I see a real side utilization.
He is
Mobilized National Investment Bank and Kwatu Development Bank. 2 different banks. Pacho Kwasro. NIB and NDB. Construction brafom kakra yi na yankasa mabu bibia faso pacho brafom twensa
Onua.
Capitalization of the National Development Bank of Ghana 1 construction of 88 district hospitals away you see the sika way you see 88 district hospitals and 7 regional hospitals pacho district bay and I buy way by your West Hospital from Nashesia Aquaria a bit niho. What it means is that Sikano Padis Nedi. Me say document way you be kind defe. I buy way say COVID by from 2020. Be see na me no ka say we see district mensini and makum edua watwe 88 we see hospital from Ashesia kosi awieye pacho kro benswa district benya we enya de aye ne mo twemanso we de oba what say Captain Spam say yes sir otwem mariete twemmote eho district yesibi twemmote enso ebi ho twetwemmote ebi ho twemmote enso ebi ho etimmote enso ebi wo ho abobonte ntwe botwente enso ebi wo ho ne yedimirika ne yekọ ne yakotwa ne yede aba This is hospital bɛn a. Aban we buy this hospital bɛn na wahyɛ ase awie. Ɔsɛ wasɛ so asi 7 regional hospitals. Ɛwɔ yi. Pacho, ɛwɔ yi. Regional hospital no yɛsisi hi ɛyɛ rich. Ana yɛdwiri la polyclinic no say yɛwie ne yɛde abɛsi sa rich. Ɛwɔ yi. Pacho Ashanti regional hospital ne yɛsi wɔ yi. Ana nkabo kɔ akɔfa ɛyi sɛwia ɛde na penti ɛde abɛyɛ ɛwɔ yi. Eastern regional hospital bɛyɛ na wɔ hɔ. Central Western, Greater Accra, Volta, Northern region, Upper East, Upper West. Me mpesa mo 16 regions. No, I bogus. Me, I know 10 regions. Anyway, an issuance, la ila illallah bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Afei na me wusa ban we wo mo ya kronfo pa. Wo kai say? Yes, Ghana card na ye no. Afei de issuance of Ghana cards and mop up exercise across the country among others. This is a lie. What can I say? Ghana card no. Aban we se wakwaje besia mana bedru 1.5 billion cedis. Eche no mu review ye. Ekwo nanim. Say de ade ne kosoro 2.5 billion cedis. And ye Ghana card. Emen krofo ye calculation say Ghana for ye wo memu ha no ye nduru 40 billion. Eti na chese card baako wo kwa print card baako a eye 38 Ghana cedis. Mbacho bu kai. Afei de sika na aban ne se waje. Bese na wie so de kwaya Ghana card no. Sika no wo he a ayira na eye den aban ne se afei de me the COVID sika na me the ye Ghana card. Ebe. Esu kroya yetimi. Wonwa any Ghana card no. Wodo so chen yenya ye wo bi.
Onua.
Nso aban ne say or the COVID sika aye Ghana card. Pacho nyame ya adoma. Ye beto so 3.25 utilization of Bank of Ghana COVID-19 bonds. Obwa ade we na 20 billion. O ma sure that 10 billion. O anu ye beba so akire. Ye beba so akire. Abi share Ghana fa wo obo ase nyina. Menim so bia ho ye.
Onua ma chi o.
Bia nka na komanto ne ye mo obo ase.
Onua.
Se de tie bia no.
Ojae.
Menya nte se kro bia Asante Kotoko no 24 say to ababi o. Se niema na ekwaso obo ase ne ne nje ho. Na kwan bia esese be ma asudwe be ba no. Be ma asudwe ba. Era eboye mu asema o. MC nso why ade me wo ye papa meka wo se niema hodo a wo de agu akwan mu na I salute you this morning adika ka no pay say so your ba mimilimo you've done so well koso ye de awo ye na se na be ya emebu na wo oboase no me hawo ni o enipa wo oboase no won so benya sika kakra to aduane ne nsu anom wenya baabi ada enu ne hia be so no bo MC so we hia moa bia ye washa ase a wo ye no I am ever ready to help you
Obade say for na do e ko se no nenyo
se na be ya oboase be yi pa chobo modern